Hello there, and welcome back to our Let's Play of Galactic Civilizations 3. Once again, I'm your host, PPChoo, and we are back onto the warpath once again in the dredging side of space here. We've just finished assaulting Falcon Area 1 over here, and going forwards, we might be able to make a assault on their homeworld very, very soon enough, or perhaps, at best, their moon planet right over there. So, continuing off, one thing that I wanted to know about was if you'd like, post what you thought about the sound quality of the last 3 videos below. I'm trying to revamp some stuff here with regards to how well my videos sound, and with that said, I'm under the impression that the last 3 videos, well, it's not quiet in itself, it's the fact that most people don't use the type of dual or multi-channel speakers, so you really can't separate them, or rather, once the audio gets blended together, you really can't separate them all too nicely. So anyhow, going forwards from here, we get some more choices in tech. So far we're pretty good. I think we'll go with, honestly, maybe say, I would say the invasion optimization thing might be something that's good for us, but I don't know the full extent of that here. So far right now, I mean, I think we've gotten some things for enhanced beam ships, so that's very, very good. Going forwards from here, I want to check out what can we do going forwards in terms of tech. So we have a limited tech pool, as we know, and going forwards from this background, we might want to pick up a few, say, techs that'll help us out. So we have tourism locked down, we have the basic tech unlocked so far. In reality, I mean, all we're really, really good at is currently, I don't know why we're so far into the age of war, but yeah, like I said earlier, I mean, the game's about making decisions, and with that said, a portion of that is, of course, the fact that we don't have a lot here. So I think we'll go with ion optimization, honestly, and then we'll try to minimize the lives there. My reason being that currently, again, I kind of want to hold up on the tech for now, and that's a bit of a neutral thing that I think will benefit us no matter what route we go down through. So we'll do that. Let's get some scouts moving over here. Let's get another fleet assembled. And Outland Fleet 1. They're capped out. I want to see whether or not we can perhaps swap out a ship from the fleet here. That way I can hopefully move back the cruiser, perhaps? Something like that. It's taken heavy damage, and with that said, I don't necessarily want to leave it somewhere. So I think we'll do that. We'll try to split off the fleet into 2 portions, and then just kind of hide them around this area over here. And let's see, we have another carrier. Perfect. We'll send this to the front immediately. At our shipyard's idle, eh? We will... I think we'll pick up a gunboat now, or let's see. You know what? Scratch that. I think we'll build a scout for now. Just a tiny thing for the sake of having it, really. We'll do some technological stuff there to get ourselves back into the tech race. Okay, so another ship finished, presumably at the other shipyard. I'm going to build another cruiser. So these things are getting pretty deadly. The M6 cruisers here, they feature not a lot of defense, but we could change that soon enough. But this plus 18 beam damage is an absolute ton. I mean, 2 of those would presumably rival one of these fleets, so we're you know, 3 of them rather. So it is by far not bad by any means. So let's see, over here, let's grab the cruiser. Nope, wanted to grab the cruiser, not the entire fleet, but that works. In that case, for now. There, and I suppose we'll quick battle some of these. But what I wanted to do was, I wanted to get rid of the fluff around here. The carriers don't seem to be launching their support craft anymore. So let's see what that's all about. Details. So previously, we've seen that these carriers, typically they just eject combat ships. Can't seem to figure out what triggers them that spawn them. So for example, I mean, if we start a fight here, yeah, the carriers won't poop out the fighters. Maybe there's a if there's a limitation for 1 per fleet, then we probably would have seen it. So say what happens if I engage this, because we can easily win this fight. Yeah, no fighters. In that case, I might truly have to get them to fill themselves back up. There has to be a way to regenerate fighters, so we'll take a look into that. But out of the way, this works nicely. Maybe it's just the fact that, I don't know, maybe there's a restriction where you can only have 1 fighter per fleet like that. Or not the, 1 fighter per fleet, I meant to say 1, say, fighter per, or 1 carrier per fleet. Yeah, no, it doesn't give us any details about what exactly these carriers do in terms of replenishing those ships. I don't know, we'll see. So I mean, at its worst, I could get one of our carriers out by itself. Let's see, manage this maybe. Total ships in tile, 5 ships. Yeah, details, that brings us back here, okay. So yeah, now it starts deploying its fighters. I'm guessing, maybe, no, we've already seen that you can go over the resource cap with carriers. So I'm guessing this is just, you know, the game saying, okay, no, you can't have that many fighters out at one time. So in that sense, I mean, we could grab 2 fleets, and I suppose now the question is whether or not we can engage that much firepower with only approximately 7 ships here, really. I mean, they don't have a lot of hit points. We fire the vast majority of our weapons being beam weapons. I think we have a decent chance at this. I mean, either way, we can absorb hits. So I think, well, yeah, we'll just start this off, see how it goes, really. Yep. So our fighters should be able to, or no, they have a lot of chops, I think. How are we doing here? Okay. I mean, so from the looks of it, yeah, the fighters always go in first, which is rather unfortunate. Right now, we could have really used that time to beam these guys down. Yeah, apparently we're all out of range, despite being like right next to each other. There we go. Yeah, now the question becomes whether or not we can burn some of these guys down in time. What are we focusing on? And the Sailor and the Ravager at the time. Yikes, this is gonna be close. Well, that's one. How are we doing on the Ravager? That thing's not going down anytime soon. Let's see, 35 points of health. Ooh, this is gonna be close. No, don't change targets. Just hit that one. Yeah, no, that's one of our cruisers down, unfortunately. At least it went with the Ravager. Right, so there we go. Ah, maybe it's because you can't... Okay, so maybe it's because they refill at the end of each turn. And with that said, we don't get them back in time. Maybe it's that. But okay, that works too. Ooh, they have a lot of nice planets over here. So the good thing about that is, I mean, or rather, the good thing here is that with our movement speed, we can just avoid everything. We have some carriers, where we have some more support coming in behind us. They still have an invasion fleet. Let's see. If I send out this fleet, I will probably try to take their capital, so I'll use the entirety of the thing. We still have a lot more firepower than them, and with that said, I'll try to sneak in the fleet next time over there. Get that fleet to go back. We've got 5 turns before they produce any more Ravagers, so we have a long amount, or we have a decent amount of time. And perfect. One of our cruisers goes from there. We got another carrier to man another fleet, hopefully sometime soon. And we're building another cruiser. And another cruiser. So this is really, really good. Later on, we might be able to occupy all of this territory. They're building a ton of Ravagers, but later on, we might be able to occupy all of this and grab another starport. A lot of these, you know, the cruiser slash the cruiser slash carrier doctrine seems to be working really, really well. So let's get damaged fleet into port. This fleet over to Tringai Prime over here. No supporting or no defending fleet. Really good news for us. And let's check out what lies behind that cloud. Nothing so far. Okay. Not bad. Right. So let's get one fleet moving over here. And we'll take out one ship like that. Let's see. So Colony is at 0 rebellion. It's still in hostile space, so not much we can do there. But that's fine. We'll keep an eye out on their things there, and we have drive miniaturization. That's going to lead to better ships, so very, very good. And with that said, let's just do research coordination, get ourselves some even better research places. Taking a look at the battleship over here, the battleship M3 versus the M7. Obviously, the new cruiser M7 is much, much better. Taking a look at this, it has 10.5 moves, 18 beam weaponry, some decent defense on for the most part. So that's, yeah, that's much better than the M4 that we produced over here. Has significantly less defense. But nevertheless, I'll take a ship over none. Grab that. Quick battle that away. So let's see whether or not we can drop, yeah, well, this will be an easy fight. They didn't have many people here. I'm guessing it's because of all the transport ships we've been, or they've been producing over here. And would you look at that? That liberates a ton of space. So this being their capital, I mean, it is, I've got to say, quite a barren place. They've got a few, okay, so forced labor camps. Some stuff on influence. I'm guessing do they have an influence building? Okay, yeah, they have a consulate. 5+ to that consulate. That's why they can get a ton of this space over here. And they have one of these things, one of these Thelum data archives here. So that thing is probably pumping out a decent amount of research for these people. So I think what we'll do is that we'll build a research laboratory. We'll probably try to get another one going as well. Because so far, I mean, after this war, honestly, if we go to graphs, go to military power, we should be way in it. Oh, okay, that works too. Vote for ourselves once again. Final vote is them. What I was going to say was that, yeah, their military power is dropping to the point where they are now inside the bottom few. So with that said, if we continue building at this rate, so let's see, our population is decently high. We don't control too many planets, but as we occupy things, that'll go up. Manufacturing, yeah, we're tied, so that's not bad. And for tech, we seem to be improving at a very fast rate. So checking this out, yeah, tourism income, okay, yada yada yada, military economic power, that's good, and our tech is getting better. So this is good. I could try to speak to them. I could try to see whether or not we can demand perhaps some more things from them. And with that said, I mean, they seem to have what seems to be a industrial heartland over here. They're not as great as our planets. So we got a Lush, we got a Lush class 12, class 13, class 13. He'd be better off producing research over here. It has the moon planet over here, so the moon actually the moon is oddly enough better than than their home world over here. Yeah, that produces much more manufacturing. So right now I could use a few. Do we have any? No, I doubt we have any. What do we call them? Oh, that's right, and we also have a fleet over here. Yeah, I doubt we have any constructors nearby. Can I spare the time to produce some is the question, and I think the answer to that is yes. So we'll build one constructor, and I think I'll grab another cruiser for sure. Can I just buy the cruiser? No, that is going to cost up to 7,000 credits worth, so not very good. Alright, fair enough. What do they have here? They have more shipyards in orbit of their planets. Fair enough. So, good news, we managed to nab their homeworld. Bad news, it's surprisingly worth very little. Right, well, apart from that, we seem to have split the Dridgen Empire over here into two. So we found the border of the green people over here. And now, I'm thinking, oh yeah, that's right, because we probably taken their capital, probably has a few effects on them, aka I doubt well, obviously they don't have the same research capacity as before. They don't have the same tourist income. This is really useful for us because apparently we're now, you know, first in tourism income. What do we have here? Ancient Wonder. That doesn't necessarily help us out too much. So something's good, something's not that great. I'm checking out whether or not they have any other ones. They have some maintenance costs were lowered, so we're making the same amount of income as we were before. So that's really good for not for a really bigger, for a much bigger fleet, I should say. Some thulium catalysts, okay. Not bad, not great. Just stack up on research. We have the cash for it. Okay. So I don't think their fleets will do anything. I'm going to go and see whether or not we can talk to them. Yeah, through diplomacy here, and see whether or not we can grab anything from them. So let's see, how do we want to end this war? And now, can we demand tech for them? And oh, they do not want a peace treaty. Okay. Well, have it the hard way. So, with that said, we're starting to reach the end of our episode, but, well, would you look at that? I think this was one of the... This was definitely not one of the Iridium Corporation's worlds, so we're putting up a lot of pressure in this side of space. This is really good. So, with that said, next time I think we'll see what we can do with regards to that. I'm going to see whether or not we can perhaps research a tiny bit more into, since we're not researching anything, into some sort of economic, commerce-related thing. Really pump out some more coins so that we can just rush build things in the future. But for now, I think we'll leave it as is.